Yeah.
She go to battle.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my love. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. Them play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you when no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and these models are. It's poppin', I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my love. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You know that I left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Dimes, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my love. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told the model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she call me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, gun. 13.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
Fournette loses it. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Courtland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah,
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 now at the game. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Garoppolo on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, gun. 11.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Steps away to his... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
1, Omaha.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough,
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Black, come on. Lion.
To throw, it's Wentz. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Straight 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
21.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete.
There we go. There we go. Let me find out he copping the plea already. You pop all that shit talking about you don't duck no fucking wreck, but you gonna take this fucking ass whooping. I wanted to put my voice up here so the motherfuckers hear me talk my shit. You fucking bum. You fucking bum. The fuck, nigga? He got a good team. He got a good team. He got a good team. Nah, nigga, where this fucking ass whooping, nigga? You fucking trash, nigga.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion.
Fuck, got me fucked up, nigga. Got a good team. He got a good team. Fuck out here, nigga.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
Oh, he done got me hyped. He done got me hyped.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
Get the fuck off Fournette, nigga.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He got a good team. He got a good team. Somebody help me. Fuck, that nigga trash. I waited all day yesterday, day before that, to play a fucking bum. He a fucking bum. Fucking trash ass. Look at him. Ooh, let it go, bitch.
He goes down. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get
let it go.
Sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing.
Let me show you how he a fucking bum. Watch him chase. Watch him chase. What DD? What DD? What DD?
Garoppolo looks to throw.
What DD?
Deep left side.
Oh my God, DD!
Incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our
Oh, he can wear this
referee.
ass whipping, so he can make every excuse possible. Fucking bum. I'm supposed to be asleep right now. Fucking bum.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow your assignment, go to the gap you're
Come on,
supposed
get in
to
there.
cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Take the fucking points. That nigga trash. I can't believe you built all that hype for nothing. This nigga fucking trash. Can't believe y'all build up the hype for this fucking bomb. This nigga trash. This fucking nigga trash.
Here's Fournette.
Fuck off me, you fucking bum. You fucking bum. You fucking bum.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars.
I'm mad as fuck I gave him that touchdown. I should have left this nigga on fucking donut. Yeah, party fucking over, Flightway. Party the fuck over.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away.
Everybody can go back to sleep now.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past
I'm gonna put him back to sleep too. He going back to sleep after the game.
Line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to
Come on, join the broadcast so you can watch the game. Oh, you lagging.
They begin the drive with Johnson.
Fuck out of here. Fuck him. This nigga trash.
Yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though,
You better start chewing the clock. That's good.
I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
You know what?
Now he'll let it go deep
Holy.
right side.
Stupid!
And my
Stupid!
goodness, another interception.
Stupid!
Picked up by Jair
Ooh, stupid! Oh, filet! Ah! Out of energy! Decline.
On the field.
What?
Wait a second, they did
What?
not accept
What?
that after the incompletion.
What?
Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got
No,
nothing
no,
for you
no,
here.
no.
You have to take that penalty.
No,
don't you?
no,
It's
no,
free
no.
yards.
Hey!
Now out of the gun.
Goodbye.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Tackle made there by the UCF
Oh,
man,
come-
Mike Hughes.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down,
man.
I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Party the fuck over.
21, 21. Wait.
Uh-oh. He giving up. Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Ooh.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This
I'm
is
hitting
a
where it hurt.
quarterback. The
I'm
ball
hitting
gets
where
away
it
from
hurt.
him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Oh, good pick. Good fucking pick. Oh, I tried him. Good pick.
Linebacker Eric Kendricks.
This nigga,
1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Man, I don't want to hear none of this shit after the game. I told that nigga keep that same energy.
At the 38.
Stop turning this fucking ball over there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Cough the ball up.
Hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Dumping it off for Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout.
Don't do it. It ain't worth it.
Talk over what to do next. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Escaping the pressure right. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34
I'm about to go ahead live.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz.
Yeah, throw it away.
He's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go.
Throw it away. Throw it away.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent.
Oh, shit.
Helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
This is what we hyped up. Where Reginald at, man? Get Reginald in,
And
man.
that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Get Reginald in. That's all I care about.
Offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with time
This nigga,
quickly
man,
fading here in the second
I could be
quarter,
asleep right
not
now.
sure how
I could
aggressively
have played this
offensively they
game
want
2
to
days
play
ago.
this.
Got it over with.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their
this
guys
shit.
in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going
This
for
shit could have been
16
over with.
yards to start the drive, first down.
This shit could have been over with.
So,
Anybody watching this game?
Halftime show as
Like,
we get rolling to quarter
what was the hype about?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone
Like,
back for quarter
I can't believe
number
Reginald made
3.
that post. 2 good users. A good
This
user
will be
where?
taken to the back of the end
Where is he a
zone.
good user at?
No run back here. This
Like,
will be
I'm
a
doing what I
touchback,
want to
and
this
it comes
nigga.
out to the
I mean, minus the
25-yard
bullshit and turn the
line.
ball over a
Out come
lot,
the
fucking
Jaguars
around, but
now as he'll go
come
on
on, man.
offense
Get the
first
fuck
here
about
in
here,
this
dog.
third quarter. They had a big
Like,
first
he's
half.
doing
Now they have a
nothing,
chance
dog.
to add to that lead here in the
He
opening
just stand this
possession
little
of
man
the
and get
second
burnt
half.
the fuck up.
And everyone always asks about
And get burnt
halftime
the fuck up.
adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime?
Like, who is he?
The way they ran offense in the first half, I think they
Like,
were very calm, congratulatory.
This is the games I like.
Also, what they
You
were
know, I can
saying
just
is,
sit back and
don't
relax
expect them
and
to
not
be
worry
the
about
same on
shit.
defense. They'll be the ones
But
making the adjustments.
let me finish
Let's
this
see what
game,
they
man.
do,
Y'all
and
gonna
we'll
hear from
attack
me later on,
accordingly.
man.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Back to 80! 80! 13, fellas, 13, watch 13!
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Play action. Now Wentz.
You're not going to run the same fucking play on me. That's what you're not going to do. Not going to fucking do.
Solomon Thomas in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, with their drive and will to come.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll push the lead up to 29.
Somebody tell that man pass the sticks.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now he's forced out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Miller now. From the gun, he'll throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what... This is about. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Miller, operating from the gun. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking it.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Linval Joseph able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Wiseman. There looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go! What? None!
Miller throwing again. It fights him off. But he can't 12 for him on the year.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Miller throwing on 3rd and long. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Stops short of the 25. That second effort got him a couple extra. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Miller flushed out right. got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cortland Sutton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here we go.
From the gun, Miller. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Carlson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A handoff to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. Miller now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Miller to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Back to throw. Miller, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Flex round! Flex round!
Miller to throw again. Forced out to his left.
Stupid!
The defense has it covered. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that. Kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now Miller throwing after the interception. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On third down, Miller. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Miller now going to throw again. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, the fumble.
Oh, shit.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Underneath for Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Miller. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And in this game, that's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Here's a give to Fournette. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Miller. Oh! Nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Miller on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Carlson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Now Miller operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011 was. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 52 yards. They'll toss it to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Miller eluding the pressure right. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. is. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Leonard Fournette, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.